manners of a goat, and you smell like a dung heap, and you have no knowledge whatsoever of your potential. Now, you have the manners of a goat, and you smell like a dung heap, and you have no knowledge whatsoever of your potential. Now, why does the sun come up? Or are the stars just pinholes in the curtain of night? Who knows? What I do know is that because you were born different, men will fear you, your special gift, and harness your power until the time of the gathering. What gathering? When only a few of us are left, we will feel an irresistible pull towards a faraway land.
Yeah, there was, these secret societies,
Yeah.
like Illuminati, Freemasons. There's another secret society called Brotherhood.
Ah, Brotherhood.
The Brotherhood is like a bit like the Jedis. Basically, we've got the Illuminati, Freemasons. Once you become 33-degree Freemason, like Hillary Clinton is, who she did try to do Operation Fishbowl, all the type of things she's tried to do as a Freemason. Well, there's something higher than Freemasons. It's called Brotherhood. Ideally, you need to be above. You need to be 33-degree Mason or above to become a Brotherhood member. But there's a Brotherhood, and these secret societies, there's multiple secret societies, okay? And some of them, possibly, they want to control aspects of the world, of other people's lives. Some of them are evil, like Darth Vader, where they basically just come together in a group of Bilderberg or Illuminati, and they say, right, what can we do now to increase taxes or to give people more work, so they can just be on a hamster wheel all their life, doing nothing, just working, or just paying taxes, or just doing nothing really. Whilst they are very wealthy, and they like to go to other countries we don't even have on our maps. They go to countries that they have on their maps. We don't have these islands on our maps, and they've got a lot of money. How did they do this? Where does their knowledge come from? Why are they so evil against mankind? Well, they're not all evil. They're not all against mankind. Some people like Kevin Judeo and some other people and some of his friends, they left these secret societies. They was ruling the world basically with these bad people, evil people, and they said, "Wait a minute, we don't want to hurt people. We don't want to hurt the people because abundance means abundance of money or abundance of anything, oxygen, water. It means that there's enough money for everyone in the world. There's enough shifa, there's enough health, there's enough water and houses for everyone in the world. So why don't we be humanitarian about everything? You understand? So what's happened is some of Kevin's friends from the Freemasons, high-level Freemasons, they've said, wait a minute, why are we trying to only help Freemasons and not anyone else? So basically what's happened is, so there's these people, secret societies, who like to think they rule the world. They try and influence things. And there's bad ones like Darth Vader, and there's good ones like the Jedis. Do you understand? There's basically, do you like that Vader guy? He tried to rule the world in a bad manner, didn't he?
Exactly, yeah.
What did he kind of do? He kind of like tried to destroy people and make their lives not easy, innit? Whereas he trusted, who did he trust? The Luke Skywalker or some guy? Was he related to him somehow? Oh yeah. Luke Skywalker, was he related to the Vader guy somehow? By what relation? I don't know. I can't remember what relation. Anyway, somehow they was in the same society, secret society, like Illuminati or Brotherhood, these type of societies. And one of them wanted to, like some of the people in the real world, they are like Darth Vader. They want to rule the world ruthlessly, like yourself. And then there's other people that are in the same organisation running the world, telling even leaders of countries, suggesting what they should do and all this type of thing. But they're running the world and they've got a heart and they care about people and they believe in abundance. They know that water is created from nothing and they know that money comes from nothing and there's enough for everyone. They know we could live in a world where everyone could have a house, everyone could have water, everyone could have muscles, everyone could have health, and money and everything. And that's the world that's the vision they have for the world. But there's some people in the Illuminati and all these societies that they want to punish most of mankind because they're in communications, these secret societies, with a jinn. And this jinn is a spirit demon called Satan from the Bible. And sometimes in these secret societies meetings, sometimes the spirit called Satan, he comes in different forms and they summon him. He doesn't just come to anyone, because there are many demons working for Satan, but the head one that was kicked out of paradise is Satan himself. And he comes to these people who are the Illuminati, the high-ranking Bilderberg and all other secret societies, and he tells them, look, he promises them stuff. He says, look, I'll put you into paradise if you try.
Turn onto Prospect Hill, then the destination is on your right.
The devil goes round to these people and he walks out of the wall. Out of the wall he comes. They summon him at these secret societies. Sometimes the devil himself will come out of the wall. Sometimes
destination is on your right.
Sometimes he'll come with horns on his head. Sometimes he'll make them horns disappear in front of your eyes and become into a businessman.
Oh.
But he will talk to them. He will show himself. What will happen is at the Bilderberg or some kind of meeting, Illuminati or some kind of meeting, they will a wind will be in the room. Yeah? All the windows will be shut, all the doors will be shut, but a wind will come in the room like a hurricane. A hurricane type of wind will come in the room, for example, and then a demon will come through the wall. It will stick its hands out the wall, and then it'll gradually come out of the wall, walking through the wall, and it'll present themselves to it. And it'll say, I am either Satan or a friend of Satan working for him, spirit, and I've come to you, leaders of the world, to promise you stuff. If you, Illuminati leaders, if you do these evil things and harm mankind, I promise to make you super wealthy, to make you... He promises them stuff. He promises to enter them into paradise. He promises to give them an easy time in hell. He promises them whatever they want. But what they don't realise is that the devil, Satan, only promises them in order to deceive them. There's a good saying, isn't there? The devil only promises in order to deceive them. The promises of the devil are never fulfilled. They're all lies, basically, aren't they? Because as we know, the devil himself, he's going to go to hell, and he knows. He used to be like a head angel before the world was made. He was like a head angel in another realm outside of the universe. He was like a head angel. He was with the angels, though he wasn't an angel. He was a genie, but he was a good one. For many thousands of years, he was a good one. This was before man was created. And then what happened was, when he became proud and he wouldn't obey God, he became outcast. He became the devil, didn't he? And he was sent to earth, but he promised God before he came to earth, or when he just came to earth, he promised that I will mislead most of mankind to hell with me. Because now that you've damned the devil, Satan, the devil, Satan is cursed. he's going to now try and trick the majority of mankind into going to hell with him. And now, according to The Simpsons and other things, the devil has his own throne in hell, and he's just loving it, and he just punishes the people there. But in reality, God has cursed that devil into becoming the devil, and he's going to put the devil in hell, and he's going to punish the devil in hell. And Satan is going to get punished in hell. But on The Simpsons and these other cartoons, they show the devil in hell as some kind of leader in hell. But in reality, and according to the Bible and the Quran and all these type of things, the Quran and the Bible and all these type of things, the devil was cursed and became cast down, and the devil was cursed and is became a fallen. He was with the angels and he was cursed. The devil was cursed and he's going to be put into hell forever. And he's going to be punished in hell, the devil, Satan. But he doesn't want to be punished alone. He wants to mislead and lie via lying to mankind, which is a different species. He wants to try and trick him into hell. So who does he come to? He comes to Putin, he comes to Trump, he comes to world leaders. He doesn't just go to Tom, Dick and Harry, the devil himself. He will show himself and talk directly and change his shape and shift shapes into a lizard or into a person, the devil himself. He'll go to world leaders and to people who try and control world leaders, like the Illuminati or the Bilderberg or the Brotherhood. He'll go to the secret society members, show himself to them, and tell them how to run the world. Now, when he came to Kevin, and Kevin used to be a member of these highest level secret societies, Kevin used to rule the world with the evil people, the Darth Vaders of the world. But Kevin and some of his friends always thought, this isn't right. I don't trust this. When Kevin was in the Brotherhood, which is a secret society, which is higher than any Freemason, which is higher than any 33-degree Mason, there's a higher secret society called the Brotherhood. Kevin was in that. So he was one of the people ruling the world, kind of. But he always had a good heart towards mankind. And he thought, this isn't right. Just like Luke Skywalker said, oh, this isn't right. I don't want to become evil. I want to do good to people, help them, improve their lives, improve their DNAs. I want everyone to succeed in life. Because there is abundance. Money is abundant, things are abundant, water is abundant, everyone can have a house, everyone can have a good life. There can be peace on earth, type of thing as a vision. So him, Kevin, and some other people, they said to these Darth Vader type of people who were also in the secret society with Kevin. Kevin said, I'm going to leave this secret society. And some of his 33-degree Freemason friends also left the Masons, I think, because they also wanted to help all kind of mankind and raise the consciousness and abilities of mankind and give more peace and more prosperity to mankind, type of thing. So it's just like the Darth Vader was the bad guys, you understand? So basically Kevin Trudeau was running the world.
I think you've explained it now, so no point in repeating again and again.
Speak.
My name is Ricky.
So basically, yeah. So they were running this. They were trying to run the world. They think they were running the world. These people trying to think they're running the world. They're not really. They're trying to influence politicians and prime ministers and presidents. They think they are. Yeah, they're part of a secret group. Some of them do obey the devil, Satan, and when Satan comes round to these Illuminati meetings and tells the members of the Illuminati, oh, just, raise taxes, make people unemployed, make some disasters in the world, and I'll promise you paradise, or I'll promise you whatever you want. It's all a lie. He's just been tricked. So Kevin and his friends decided, let's get out of this evil society, because they don't want anything good for mankind. They just want to destroy mankind with plagues and with all these things. They want to try and make mankind's lifespan shorter, because in the Bible, Prophet Noah and many other people, they lived for over 900 years in good health, thanks to God and nature and other things, DNA, healthy. So the purpose of some of these secret societies, really, is just they're being tricked by the devil the devil's promising them riches and other things in this world, and promising them good things in the next life, even promising them that they can have multiple lives in this world, type of thing. And the devil's promising them all these things in order to get them to put plagues on mankind, in order to get them to put recessions on mankind, in order to make money of mankind work forever, or being unemployed, or just struggle to get a wife, or type of things, by lowering mankind's DNA so they struggle to do basic things. So Kevin and his other chums said, forget this, let's start our own club, secret society club, that teaches the secrets of how to change your DNA so you can attract money and love and stuff. You have better DNA, so better, and live longer. And so, because there is abundance, and we believe in abundance, there can be abundance of money and abundance of oxygen and houses and safety. Why not for everyone? Type of thing. Do you get this picture or not?
Oh yeah.
So he's made his own club now, his own secret society, which is cheaper than the other secret societies, and it teaches basically the same information as the Brotherhood. And that club that Kevin set up is called Global Information Network, or GIN, like Gin City. You understand? It's like there's a book out there, isn't there? Very famous book, or it's a book that might be hard to get hold of, but I think it's worth reading. It's called Gin City.
Oh yeah.
And so he's made this. It tells you a lot about the secrets, and a lot about the things and the vision. But the gin. There's the Illuminati, isn't there? Freemasons, and there's another one called GIN, Global Information Network. Now, not anyone can join the Freemasons. Not anyone can join the Illuminati. Not anyone can join the Brotherhood, because just to join a country club, so you can mix with millionaires and have hopefully some of their success rub off on you, it costs sometimes 240 grand a year, starting, and then you have to pay for your golf lessons as well, on top of that. So there's very expensive secret societies like Bilderberg. You have to pay hundreds of grand to get in, and then there's fees. Whereas Global Information Network, it teaches the same information basically as the Brotherhood, which is above the Freemasons, but it's only like cheap, innit? It's cheap because they've made it for the common people. They've made it for the poor African people, for the poor people, for the working class, and for the unemployed. That's why they've made it cheap, so normal people can apply and learn this information, instead of having to join the Illuminati or the Brotherhood and pay like hundreds of thousands just to get in the club. It's teaching the same information as the Brotherhood, but it's cheaper, and it's designed to try and improve your DNA, because Pharaoh. There's two DNA throughout history. There's always been two classical DNAs.
Yeah.
There's been people with shit DNA throughout history, and then there's been the people that God has chosen. They come from a bloodline. They're called the prophets, from the first prophet Adam all the way to the last one, Muhammad and whatever mentioned in the Bible, and the prophet Jesus and all the other prophets, David and Noah and all these prophets, Solomon and all these prophets. They're all related by blood. That's one bloodline. Just like you're related to your biological mother, and you're related to your biological granddad, and you're related to your biological great-great-great-great-granddad, aren't you? Every single prophet, from Adam, the first man who ever was created, and then all the other prophets, Noah, they're all in the same bloodline. All the way to Jesus and all the way to Muhammad. They're all in the same bloodline, because even Prophet Muhammad is related to the son of Abraham, Prophet Abraham, via Ismail. And because Prophet Abraham is a prophet, one of the main prophets, and he had Isaac as a child and Ismail, and that Ismail, his biological blood son, is directly related to Prophet Muhammad. And all these prophets, including Noah and all of them, they all had the DNA of La ilaha illallah. They all had the DNA of right guidance, only worship one God, and they all had the DNA of miracles and such, you know, very good DNA. Whereas throughout history there's been another ruling elite class who's also had an opposite DNA to them, and that's been the kings of the earth. Even back as far as Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, when Egypt was bigger than America, when America wasn't discovered, the America of the day, even more powerful than America, was Egypt.
Was it?
Yeah, so Africa was Africa was the most dominant superpower of the earth. Africa, Egypt was the capital, and they used to send out boats and ships from Egypt all over the world. That's why you found some boats and hieroglyphs in America. So you found some Egyptian hieroglyphs in America.
Oh yeah.
And on other countries, because the Egyptians travelled in boats, didn't they, all over the world? Because they were the superpower of the day. And the reason why they were the superpower of the day, because of their bloodline. As I said, there's one bloodline that goes throughout mankind, which is the prophet's bloodline.
Yeah.
Then there's our bloodline, which is the common people.
Yeah.
And then there's another bloodline, which is the bloodline of the kings of the earth. So if you notice, every king or queen is usually related to the other king or queen.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that, because there's two bloodlines that are the main ones. The bloodline of the prophets, which is right guidance, they don't lie, and they're perfectly rightly guided and good, and they're very good in all ways. Very powerful miracles and such. All the miracles that Jesus and Muhammad and these other prophets did, Moses splitting the sea in half, that's in their DNA. They're all in the same bloodline. There's an other bloodline, which is the bloodline of Pharaoh, where he was the king, and the king doesn't just have intercourse with anyone and have sex with anyone. They only have sex with someone from that bloodline. So throughout history, there's been another bad bloodline, the bloodline of kings. Is a specific bloodline which comes from Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, and they have a bloodline before him and after him of just kings. And this bloodline is a bloodline where you can be a king. This DNA of a king allows you to be a king. It also allows you to do evil things or good things, and it also allows you to do. This DNA that kings have allows them to automatically be a magnet to money, a magnet to things, a magnet to leading the people. In the DNA. It's in the DNA. And by the law of attraction, whatever's in your DNA, you can have physically as well. But the common people, the poor people, the unemployed, they have a low DNA. The working class, they have a quite low DNA. So there's different levels of DNA between level 1 and level 9. The prophets have a level 9 DNA. They can do miracles and such. Rightly guided and all that stuff. They're very kind and whatever. Rightly guided. They enter paradise and all that type of thing. They only worship the one God. They're not confused. Then there's another DNA, which is the DNA of millionaires. And that DNA is called level 8. Any king and any multi-millionaire, they have a DNA called level 8. And what it is, if you have a child that is level 8 DNA, even if he don't work, he's going to become a millionaire anyway. He can't help it. The money is attracted to him in millions. He can't help it. Anyone who's got level 8 DNA, you'll find they're all millionaires. So kings, anyone who's a king or just a multi-millionaire, they've got a DNA which is called level 8. And then there's other people who've got level 7, level 6, level 5. Then the working class, they've got level 5 or level 6 DNA. Then there's the people who can't get a job. Even if you say there's a job, there's some money, they just can't work. like retards, they're on level 1 and 2 DNA. Because your DNA,
how did they find this DNA?
It's what you're born with, isn't it? But the secret societies know how to enhance or change the DNA. But generally, if you're born into a millionaire's blood, if your mum and dad are millionaires biologically.
So you're trying to say all your bloodline is all fucking bums, huh?
But you can change it and you can enhance the DNA. But some people are born with a different DNA. Some people are born with abilities like X-Men. Some people can see things, like I can see jinn and other stuff. I can see spirits and ghosts and all these things naturally. I've seen them throughout my life. Some people have a bloodline where they can have a bit of telepathy, where they can know what you're thinking, type of certain thoughts. Not everything, they can't know everything you're thinking, but they can know a lot. Other people have a DNA where they're born like X-Men, where they can do certain things, maybe super strength or super speed or some kind of, they can move objects without even touching them. Some people have this naturally, but what the Brotherhood does and Global Information Network, it unlocks those things from the DNA, so you can have more control and release what's in your DNA. What's ever in your DNA naturally, let it be released. Because not every, there's these code in the DNA. It's a code, isn't it? A code of light. And there's a way to activate it. And Pharaoh and the kings know how to do this.
Right.
So there is, the DNA is very, very, very important. The DNA determines what you'll have. If you have a certain type of DNA, you can work all your life, you can't even get a car. You have another certain type of DNA, never lift your finger in your life, people are giving you free cars. Your mum and dad buy your car. Brand new, Mercedes. There's other DNA where you can get a car, but you have to work like a hard work for it. So there's different DNA. There's even a DNA level 8 where money comes to you in large amounts very, very easily. Very little work. Understand? So there's different DNAs. We want to increase the DNA of the people so they can have work or they can have a decent life. And we want to also make the people kind in the DNA or in the beliefs. Kind to the people they love so that we can have a kind and peaceful world. So this is something. But the Bible has been changed.
Right.
So what? A lot of the Bible is accurate. And where do all secret societies get their knowledge from? They get all their knowledge actually from Bible verses, or from the Quran, from the Bible, from certain holy books, from the Torah. This is why do you think Jews have a lot of money? Because they're getting their knowledge of how to make money from certain Bible verses, certain Old Testament verses. They understand how to implement them. Secrets about the Bibles we don't understand.
Oh yeah.
And they implement them to make a lot of money. So it's all coming, the knowledge is all coming from the books that God has revealed.
Yeah.
From but these elite people, like, what's he called? That guy, what was he called? John Kerry.
Oh yeah.
His job, he gets paid to go around to other countries to negotiate with their leaders and to do trade with them, or just to, like, whatever. And he might go to Iraq or to Pakistan or to India, China, to negotiate with them, yeah? Or to Afghanistan and negotiate with them, right? Because that's his job, isn't it? But he actually was sent to somewhere beyond Antarctica to negotiate with the people that live there. There's a lot of people live there, because Antarctica gets very cold, and then somewhere beyond the ice wall or beyond Antarctica it gets very warm. And he's gone to a people there to negotiate with them, and he's come back because that's his job. And every single president of America has been a Freemason, maybe except JFK.
Only him. That's why he was assassinated.
That's why they tried to assassinate him, possibly because he wasn't a Freemason. And they like to keep the control in the secret societies. Basically, you can see someone whose mother and father are both multimillionaires, and this guy, for example, is what you call a mental case, a retard, almost. You know what you call a mental, innit? What do you say?
Yeah, mental case, retard.
A bit like me, yeah? But you see him, even if he swears to the customers, they're still buying off him all the time. He swears to their face. They're still buying off him all the time. Do you know why? Because his DNA emits a frequency saying, buy from me. Buy my products. You understand? Whereas you get a person with a low level DNA, like 2, 3, 4 or 5, and even if he's nice to the customers and kind and he makes a good product, his DNA is emitting, don't buy my products, don't buy my products, don't buy my products. You understand? Because he's got a bad DNA. He's still working hard as ever, but he's not doing as many, he's not earning as many pounds or dollars as the guy who's almost never turns up to his business, if ever. He's still not got as much customers or whatever. Because it's what your DNA emits out. The frequency. Like there's radio waves in the sky. You can't see the radio waves. There's internet in the sky, there's knowledge, there's things, there's messages going in the sky right now. You think there's just oxygen. There's messages going there. Internet messages, text messages, radio, and there's other transmissions from the DNA, from your mind. So
Pharaoh had it all boxed off. He was dealing with big fucking money. Back in ancient Egypt days, he had more wealth than people like Donald Trump and all these big businessmen. He was basically drowned. He owned Egypt. The guy owned Egypt. How big is Egypt? With all his wealth, he had tombs built underground. Till this day, people are digging out these tombs. He lost count of how much wealth he had.
Yeah.
He was digging them and burying this wealth away for the life after, which he was obviously not aware of.
Yeah.
He was thinking really that he's going to die, and then in the next life he will be able to consume his worldly goodies.
Yeah. Is this true? Is this a fact?
This is the truth. Yeah, this was the fact.
But is this how reality works?
This was reality. This is history.
Yeah. But
And then what's happened with Pharaoh then? He lost count. He had so much treasure buried everywhere in the fucking world. Well, not in the world, but like
all
over Egypt,
and other
in
places.
the deserts and islands, and other places as well. He had lost count, and he was in abundance. I think he had all the wealth of the world.
Because his DNA was level 8.
Now, how did he manage to get level 8 DNA?
How did he manage to get it? Number one, his mom and dad was a level 8 DNA, so it's automatic. Plus, they do little things to upgrade the DNA, to release the DNA. Some stagnant DNA to activate it. Plus, his mum and dad was level 8 DNA, weren't they? So there's always been, since after Adam was the first man ever. Before him, there was nothing. So he was a DNA of a prophet, which is level 9 DNA. Prophets have level 9 DNA. Whereas the super wealthy kings and multimillionaires, billionaires, they have what's called a level 8 DNA. Level 8 DNA gets you lots of material possessions. Level 9 DNA is where you can do X-Men type miracles and all type of things, and have some right guidance and all that type of thing. So there's different level DNAs. What you've seen Pharaoh, haven't you? You've met him.
I went to see his tomb, yeah.
Tell us about that, son.
In Egypt. I went to Egypt, didn't I?
What happened there?
And yeah, it was the old.
Speak up, son.
Yeah, so he was all right. He was on the ball. I wouldn't say he was far off from the ball, but he was. No, actually, at the process, what they were doing at the time, they were shifting. They were shifting his body. So his tomb was being shifted from one location to a new museum.
So he still has holidays even now.
Yeah, still chilling out. So until the day of judgment, he is a living example.
Oh yeah.
From Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to see, look, end of the day, he had the world possession.
Yeah.
He had all the fucking treasures and all the wealth of the world. But he never even got a fucking burial, did he? That's how cursed he is.
Yeah.
He never got a burial.
He was very unkind to the people.
Very unkind, yes.
And this is a sign for all the evil Illuminati people, all the people who think they run the world now. Pharaoh is a sign for them. Because Pharaoh believed, like some of them believe, that you come back. A lot of them believe, because they've been...
teenager.
Yeah, you think you come back as a teenager or you get to live again in this world. But you only get so many times around in this world before you go to the Day of Judgment.
Oh, why?
And then you go to hell or paradise forever.
It's one or the other.
Because this earth is small. And this earth ain't going to last forever.
No,
one day this earth will be destroyed. So even if you are reincarnating, one day there'll be no land left to reincarnate on. Yeah, basically, if you have a car and it needs a tune-up, you give it a tune-up so it works better, it performs better, doesn't it? No, let me watch it. So basically, how did you open that? So basically, your body, your DNA, you've got DNA in your body, and you might as well tune that DNA up. And you can tune it up if you are a member of Global Information Network. So basically, you can also join the Freemasons or any club. I'm not saying don't join the Illuminati or the other clubs. You can join what you want, or the Brotherhood. But basically, please. So basically, my granddad is a high-ranking Freemason. So, although he didn't really teach me, but the thing is, next episode we're going to learn more about these elite people, and we're going to learn about why they give to the rich and tax the poor more. We're going to learn about that next episode, and have a look at this cruise ship. This cruise ship is a Global Information Network cruise ship that they use on Global Information Network. When you join and you upgrade to level 1, you can put yourself down to be on this cruise ship. 5 days, 4 nights. So look forward to the next episode.
Yeah, the war. So what's happened is they've left one man behind.
In what days?
Well, he's kind of tricked them. He's told everybody to go because obviously there's a war. So he stood behind and said, oh, they need somebody to look after the area whilst all the men are gone. They need one man in the area. So he's sent everybody off, and himself he stayed behind in that area. That guy fucked every woman there was to fuck that night. He was like a king or something anyway. So he was shagging. So all the men that had gone, left their wives at home, he went and shagged them, got them pregnant, because they needed an army. So they needed to create more children. They needed more children. So he was going around getting all these women pregnant in Egypt, ancient Egypt days.
What was it?
He just had intercourse, get them impregnated, and he made about 800 children in that year. 800 or 900 children he made just in that one year. That was all his children. So basically, it was his stamina. If he could carry on 2 shags, he'd probably shagging once, definitely shagging every night, isn't it? So if he can do 2 sex and get 2 women pregnant each night, you do the math yourself. 2 women pregnant every night, different women every night, over 7 nights, and then he had about 900 to 1,000 children born that year. That were all his. He was the father of them children.
Right.
All I can say, he was one lucky bastard. But apparently, he only had one leg.
Was it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the reason why he never went, because he couldn't fight the war because he only had one leg.
Do you know what they say? Sometimes it's a blessing in disguise.
So, because whether he's chopped it off because just to make it look like that or something, I don't know. But he was the man with one leg only, but his third leg was working perfectly. It was firing away with all cylinders. Is he a horny bastard or what? Let's be honest. Right, Ricky, come on, go and get this delivery now.
So many of you were born with dormant gifts in your DNA. You're special. We're here to harness those gifts and to be kind to the people we love. Until the next episode.